Hello and welcome to Math 8 Unit 4B Lesson 3. Today's objective is scholars will find the volume of spheres and use the volume formula to define missing dimensions. Okay, so let's talk about first of all, what is a sphere? So a sphere is just a ball. It is a three-dimensional circle. The volume of a sphere is the product of 4/3 times pi and the cube of the radius. So our formula is the volume is 4/3 of pi times your radius cubed. Now, why is it cubed? Well, the radius is the only dimension we have for a sphere. So we don't have height. The height is sort of your radius. So it is 4/3 times the pi times your radius cubed. So again, we're going to do this. Volume is 4/3 pi times your radius cubed. In this case, our radius is 4. So our volume is 4/3 of pi times 4 cubed. 4 cubed is 64. So I have 4/3 of pi times 64. Which gives us our volume is 5 1/3 times pi. Let's not do it that way. Let's do it as 16/3 times pi. So if we put that into our calculator, we get 3.14 times 16 divided by 3 gives us a volume of approximately 16.75 cubic centimeters. Okay? Ooh, that was a very ugly circle. Okay, so let's go on. Here's another one. Notice this time they did not give us the radius. They gave us the diameter of the sphere. So we're going to have to divide that in half to give our radius of 8. So again, our volume is 4/3 of 8 cubed times pi. 8 cubed is 512. So my volume is 4/3 of 512 times pi. So that gives us a volume of 682.67 times pi. So that gives us a volume of approximately 2,143.57 cubic feet. Okay, let's try another. In this case, I don't know my radius. All I have is my volume in pi. So my volume of 36 pi equals 4/3 of my radius cubed times pi. So I'm going to divide both sides by pi. So that gives me 36 equals 4/3 of my radius cubed. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply times 3/4 because that's how I get rid of it. Because remember, to get rid of multiplying by a fraction, we multiply by its reciprocal. We flip it. So that gives me 27 equals my radius cubed. I'm going to take the cube root. Remember cube roots from a few units ago. The cube root of 27 is 3 equals my radius. So that's my radius. It's just 3. Okay, again, we're going to find the radius of this sphere. We have our volume is 288 pi equals 4/3 of our radius cubed times pi. First thing we do, divide both sides by pi. gives me 288 equals 4/3 of my radius cubed. Again, I'm going to multiply the entire thing by 3/4. So that gives me 216 equals my radius cubed. When I take my cube root, I get my radius equals 6. Okay? Again, you use your calculator for all these calculations. So now let's talk about this in the real world. A globe. A globe of the moon. So this is a globe, but it's a globe of the moon. Has a radius of 10 inches. Find the volume of the globe. Round your answer to the nearest whole number. So they gave us instructions on what we're rounding to. So remember, our volume is 4/3 of our radius of 10 cubed times pi. So our volume equals 4/3 times 1,000 times pi. You can just put that whole thing into your calculator. And I get my volume equals 4,186.6667, which rounds the nearest whole number of 4,187. Remember, you have to follow the rules where it tells you to round to the nearest whole number. Okay, so go ahead and try your problems that you have in class and see me if you have any questions.